Empty bottle here. Today we're playing something that might be a little bit spooky called In the Foundations. It's a free game on Steam. Go check it out. Has multiple endings, couple different options to get through the game, I guess. I don't know anything about it. Here we go. This game does not use autosave. Okay. Wednesday, November 11th, next year. I say next year, 2026. I don't know when you're watching this. Alright, so it's Wednesday the 11th, 4:30-ish. The sun is low in the sky, unsurprisingly for this time of day, this time of year. Each November as the sun sets earlier, you feel your body ache more. Deep in the bones, the muscles, the joints especially. You weren't made for this, the southern Illinois weather. It's probably why you left it after high school. Or part of it. There's a lot of reasons why you weren't living here anymore. It's been long enough that the feeling feels like a memory underwater. It's not that cold, but being far from any body of water makes the air dry enough that your nose bleeds at night. Being back here makes old injuries throb. You take a deep breath and let it out haltingly. Drop your backpack on the ground and stare off into the middle distance. The wind whips your hair around your face. We have long hair. As night falls, the temperature will drop from comfortable in your jeans and flannel to needing to put on your beanie to prevent constant shivering. You stick your hands in your pockets, idly rubbing the steam where jeans... Oh, sorry, not the steam. The steam coming out of your jeans. Idly rubbing the seam where the jeans and the cloth fabric meet. Until the man next to you clears his throat and you snap your attention back to him. Gene is in a suit even after hours. You've never seen him dressed informally. You okay? Yeah, why do you ask? You keep sighing. Sorry, it's not on purpose. Just breathing. So... are we like investigating like a crime scene? Or revisiting an old house? Maybe we're coming back to a loved one's house who no longer is with us. What do you need from me? Oh, I don't need anything from you now. Here. He reaches his closed hand out towards you, flipping it over and opening it. Inside are your dad's keys. He changed a familiar Cardinals logo, bottle opener from Buckwater Brew Works, that new local brewery he likes. Liked. Okay. He liked that brewery. You never got to go with them, but you didn't see eye to eye on beer anyway. I am struggling to read the font, just FYI. Gene wiggles his fingers, indicating that he's waiting impatiently for you to take the keys. Thought you might want these as they were. Gene looks at you with the concern on his face. Something sentimental on them. What's this key? You point to the larger old-looking key. That's this little skeleton key. I didn't do inventory of everything that's on there. I just, you know... He looks sheepish. Sorry about your dad. You stare down at the keys, looking for some kind of eureka moment. Finally reach out and take them gingerly. They're warm from Gene's pocket. Like the gummy bears in the principal's pocket. No, it wasn't the principal. It was the girl with the glasses on the bus. And then the principal takes the gummy bears and flicks them away. It's pretty hilarious. So the keys, and starts to pat around in his pockets before realizing whatever he's looking for is not in there. 1 second, I'll be right back. He runs off in a really slow, older gentleman kind of jog towards his car. The sun is setting. It's 4:49 p.m. Somewhere a dog barks at a house down the street. Wouldn't be one you know. Lots of people around here have dogs. On the way back, Gene walks and you awkwardly wait for him. He's carrying a small lockbox and some long rolled up papers. These like blueprints in a lockbox. I was asked to give this to you too. It was in the safe deposit box. He places the stuff in your hands and wipes his palms on his pants. As you look at the items, none of them seem familiar. The lockbox has a combination lock on it. The box looks very old and fragile, but the lock is new. The lock uses letters, not numbers, as you'd expect. The documents are rolled tight, but the texture looks like drafting papers. What is this stuff? It's the stuff from the safety deposit box. You hear him mutter under his breath. I swear I just said that. You know, you have no obligation to stay here. Why is that in green? Sell the house if you want. I can help. You shrug. You probably will sell the place so you can go back home. This is not your home anymore. But you need to think about it first. Anything else you need? Nah, I'm good. Great. He starts to walk away from you slowly. Gene gets to his car and opens the door. Before he fully sits down, though, he calls out to you one last time. Hey, kid. Couldn't find that snow globe you mentioned. To be honest, though, I didn't look hard. He sits down in the car and gives you a curt wave. Give a small Midwestern head nod and watch him drive away. It's a lot of effort, way more than it should be, for you to get your feet to move on the porch, onto the porch, but eventually use the keys to make your way into the house. Once you're inside, a little relief washes over you. It's short-lived, though. You put your backpack in your old bedroom and plan to sleep in there. There's a guest room, but your bedroom is just how it was even when you left. Just how it was when you left. You place the lockbox and papers down on the dining room table. You take a good look at the lock. What could the combination be? If only Dad hadn't died so suddenly. You think to yourself for the 20th time. There's a lot of options, though. The dial has the full alphabet on it. For fun, you try your name, but the lock doesn't budge. You come back later when you have a better idea what fate's saddled you with figuring out. Dramatic much? Well, Dad died and now you're here. Stuck with the family burden of cleaning out this house and now solving this lockbox mystery. Burden in green. You stand in the middle of the living room. It feels really dark and gloomy, even with the lamp on, so you brave turning on the ceiling light. Actually, the overhead light's overwhelming, but it's not enough to shake this feeling. You go around the house turning on all the lights. Your stepmom would have been pissed at you for doing this, but she's not here. Is she worried about the electricity bill? The heat isn't on, and while you don't need it now, you will soon. You find the panel and turn it on. I like the smell of a furnace that's freshly turned on that hasn't been used in a while. I wonder if we're gonna get that smell. The heat kicking on smells a little like burning, but it's a familiar smell. I love that smell. The apartment you live in San Diego doesn't have a system like this. You don't really need one, so the weather there doesn't have the same extremes. But the smell is almost nostalgic. This plus the lights being on makes you feel more at home. It's weird being alone here. Your dad was always home when you lived here. He was an early adopter to working at home. It meant that he was always home to help you out, even after Sandra came into the picture. Are you sure he actually helped you? Didn't Grandma take care of you most of the time? The dining room is always where the last beams of light come in. The window faces west, but there's not much sunset to watch through the trees tonight. You sit at the table and eat the protein bar you bought at the airport. Tastes like chalk, but mint chocolate chip chalk. It's fine. There's lots of worse things happening right now. But after you're done, you take a lap around the house, making sure nothing seems too out of place. What is this? The wall of books smells just as it did. A tendril of rotten mold, almost inviting. Most of them are leather-bound, older than you. It's weird how a library can smell like a garden. But everything looks mostly the same. It's hard to decide what steps to take. You know you need to at least catalog the family heirlooms, like photos and journals. And you have to find that snow globe. You ask your dad about it almost every year, and you're sure he made excuses because he broke it. But if it's not broken, it's probably down in Dad's. You hesitate when you think about the basement. Dad's dead. Can't get mad at you for going down there. Oh, what was... Oh no. I got a bad feeling about this. Dad's definitely dead. But still, in the back of your mind, when you think about opening the door, you can hear him admonishing you. You have to get to it eventually. For now, you might as well go to sleep. Before you go to bed, though. I don't know if we need to guess at opening the lock. It's probably not Sandra, even though they just gave us the name. Let's give it a shot. You stare at the lock and try to force the code to come into your mind. Gotta try something. Oh, man. Oh. I feel like this is the only thing they gave us, or it might be Cardinals. Let's see. What did they tell us about? He's got a Cardinals logo on his keychain. And Sandra. We don't know Mom's original name. Let's just try it. You put in the combination Sandra. You pull down on the lock. Your stepmom's... The game at least knows, like, hey, it's your stepmom's name. It's something that players will try. Maybe we'll figure it out another day. You decide to get ready for bed. For no reason at all, since no one else is here, you close the bathroom door and lock it. I close the bathroom door, even though I'm by myself most of the time. The soap is still the same mandarin orange soft soap that always was in the bathroom. You brush your teeth and stare into the mirror. There's a small crack in it that's been there your whole life. You run your finger across it while trying to breathe slowly. When you spit into the sink, you make sure the water is running. The thing used to clog all the time. Enough toothpaste foam got caught at the drain. Washing your face with the water at maximum heat, barely lukewarm, helps you feel more normal. There's nothing worse than a water heater that doesn't get the water warm enough. As the water runs down your face, a little gets in your mouth and it tastes a bit salty. You're not sure if it's because of the sweat or tears lingering on your skin. Doing your full bedroom routine really gets you ready to fall asleep. You change in the bathroom with the locked door, still with the anticipation someone might knock. Your room is pretty much the same as it's always been. You lie down on the bed and get under the old scratchy covers. You close your eyes and try to sleep. It's quiet. The heater smell has faded away, or you've gotten used to it. But there's still something musty that permeates the vibes. You start to drift off, but you feel like you hear your dad walking around in the basement. At first, since you're half out of consciousness, it feels comforting. Something snaps in you, and you sit straight up in bed. Yeah, let's get up. There's no way I would be able to go back to sleep if I thought I heard something kind of creeping around in my house. You throw your blankets to the side and stand up. Probably because there's no background noise. Your room doesn't have a television in it, never did. Before moving out, you usually fell asleep to silence. The only TV is in the living room. You can go sleep on the couch. It's old and very broken in. Probably the only option if you want to get a good night's sleep. You walk down the hallway as quietly as possible. Even though no one else is here, Somehow have the itch in the back of your brain that you'll be bothering someone if you turn the TV on. On the way to the couch, you have to pass the basement door. As you walk past, you hesitate. This is where Dad would always be. You notice you're breathing heavily. Your eyes feel dry. You try to unclench your hands and your jaw. The door scares you still. We can deal with it tomorrow when it's light out. You feel compelled to stop and open the door, but you don't. There's no reason to look in there now. I can wait for the morning. Maybe in a couple days when you're more comfortable. Couple days, ooh. You walk into the living room. It's a little chilly in this part of the house, but it doesn't bother you much. You lie down on the couch on your back and pull the blanket over yourself. It's one of your grandma crocheted. It's one your grandma crocheted. It smells like her still, from what you can remember. She died so long ago that feels like most of your memories of her are a blurry mess, except for her crochet and knitting projects. The TV works even though it's obviously older than you. The old dials, the 13 channel dials, anybody remember that? Leave a comment if you remember 13 channel dials. Leave a comment if you have no idea what I'm talking about. You find the remote and turn it on. I don't know if this TV would have a remote, but that's okay. The room is almost pitch black, but the sound and light helps you relax. There's really only late night reruns to watch. Time out real quick. I will put a warning for any jump scares, so you can, I know I don't normally do spooky games, but if there are any jump scares, I will give you like a text warning on the screen before it happens. Any apprehension you still have melts away. Your arm falls off the side of the couch, heavy. You almost feel like you could reach out and touch Scotty. His fur, the warmth. But he's been gone since before you moved away. The TV doesn't have a sleep timer, so you turn down the volume a little and drift off. Thursday, 9 a.m. You've been up for a few hours. There's stale coffee in the can and you use Dad's old coffee maker. Coffee is coffee. You don't drink much of it before it goes cold, unfortunately. There's two kinds of things in the house that you want to tackle. Family heirlooms, like your dad's journals or the photo albums Grandpa made, rather. And furniture or things you can sell that don't have much sentimental value. Also the basement. You'll need to do that eventually. You have no idea where to start with selling stuff, but you turn to the familiar. Let's look through the photo albums first. Get a sense of family. When you grab the closest album, you notice that it's the most recent one. Dad didn't print out a lot of pictures after the divorce, it seems. This album is full of photos, the four people in your quote-unquote family. Dad, Sandra, yourself, and Paige. I wonder who Paige is. Sister, perhaps? Your dad looks so happy with your stepmom. Many of the photos are from vacations. Your dad was really reclusive for the most part, but did love to go to the beach. Photos from the shores of Savannah, the all-inclusive resort in Honolulu. As you pick up other older albums, you watch Paige and yourself age in reverse. Tons of photos of Dad holding Paige as a baby, Sandra pregnant. The wedding where you were the ring bearer. You believe you were around 7 when they got married, but you don't remember. They look like they genuinely enjoy each other's company. You still can't understand why they divorced since you hadn't been living there. Could have been anything. Another album back, one more worn. Has photos of you as a toddler. Images of you reading a book, sitting in a laundry basket. That's cute. Only one photo of you being held as a baby by Dad. He looks detached. He's not smiling in his eyes, they look exhausted. You keep going back before you were born, and finally you find them. Photos of your mom. Something in your heart shatters when you realize you can't remember her name. You keep looking and flipping the photos over. They're all blank on the back. You believe this is your mom with their parents, but you never met them either. So our grandpa and grandma that we've talked about so far are on our dad's side. Just something to note. They were also both dead before you remember. There's no pictures of you with anyone from her family, actually. No photos of you and her. No photos of dad and her either. Just like she never existed. You stare into her face. Think hard, but it comes to you almost like it's placed there in the back of your mind. Catherine. Almost like you can hear her say it. She looks like you. You bet she wished she could have met you too. You feel a strange jealousy of Paige and all her photos with her mom. Oh, so we never met our mom. Is that true? Am I mixing that up a little bit? Before you even get to the photos of your grandparents, you already feel overwhelmed? You'll box these up later. We have time. I don't know if I want to look at the VHS tapes. And the blueprints seem like they're gonna scare me a little bit, but let's check the blueprints out first. You go to the dining room table and unroll the papers. The papers are blueprints for the house. You don't really know how to read them. They're very fragile and you hesitate to completely unroll everything. You can tell one of them is the floor you're on, the kitchen, bathroom, bedrooms, and living room. Dining room seems to have been added later, and the house is really old and it's got more modern amenities in it. There's a second page that looks like the basement. Not very big. You don't remember much of what's down there, except that it's one large room with shelves. The only time you went down there, it's in your memory still, was tainted by your dad screaming at you. As you poke around, you find a third, much bigger page. It's the oldest page, and has faded so much that the understanding of any markings isn't possible. At least for you. You're not a blueprintologist. It does look huge, though, compared to the other sheets. It's possible the scale is different. Maybe Jean will know more about this. Alright, time for the tapes. You look through the VHS tapes that are on the shelf. There's children's movies and stuff. This SH? What is this? You want to play them, but there's no reason. You also find a lot of recordings your dad and grandpa made. Grandpa loved to record things from the TV. There's some family movies too. The shelf is pretty packed except for a few missing tapes. They're in chronological order. The missing tapes, one is from before you were born, and the other is from recent times. You pop in the one from your childhood. It's a tape from when your dad was teaching Paige how to ride her bike. You were in your late teens. Okay, so the sister's younger than us. Every time the camera pans over to you, you look sullen and unhappy. Oh, is Paige Sandra's daughter? Maybe she's not our actual sister. Well, I mean, she's still our father's daughter, which makes her our sister, but different moms. And you know why. At this point, you'd clearly realized your dad favored this family over you. When you needed to learn to ride your bike, he hadn't helped. Your stepmom had tried, but you didn't want her. You wanted dad. He was too busy in the basement. But for Sandra and Paige, he was deeply involved in homework, driving lessons, birthdays. A twinge of jealousy leaps up your neck to the back of your head. It burns. Proud of you. Your dad being proud of you? No, he didn't know enough about you to be proud of. There's no way. Was he ever that positive? You turn off the tape and stare at the black screen too long before moving on. You look down at your watch when you realize what time it is. Your stomach growls. Just a few sips of lukewarm coffee we've had. There's not a lot in the house. Some expired soup, microwave popcorn, animal crackers that your dad used to feed the crows. It's possible there's food downstairs in the basement. Your dad was kind of a preparer and got worse after Sandra left. But you want something good, something warm and comforting. Local restaurants are few and far between. Food delivery app on your phone says the one place will deliver, take over an hour. You remember Gingham's Diner? Gingham's? You remember Gingham's Diner down the street? They always had really good biscuits. You can almost smell them. It would be quick to go there and grab something. You go to the front door and start putting on your shoes. You get one shoe on and tied. After you get over the heart attack you almost had from that surprise, you hesitantly open the door. Is it Gene? Oh, it's a delivery driver. He's out of breath and you see what's probably his bike leaning up against the porch pillars. He's got a huge bag with him with the receipt attached. The receipt is from Gingham's? Hey. Are you Paige? Oh, we are a woman. Okay. Or maybe we're not. I don't know. I think we're a woman. Just ... You stare back at him, not sure what to say. Is this the address we're at? Points to the receipt. You nod. He thrusts the bag at you. Take the heavy bag and he immediately turns around. Tell her thanks for the tip. You look at the receipt. You sent what looks like a week's worth of diner food. Eggs, fried chicken, mac and cheese, multiple orders of biscuits with extra honey butter. Honey butter sounds good. Your stomach growls. You realize you're standing there with only one shoe on. You go back inside and put everything down on the dining room table. Opening the bags makes you realize they were throwing extra pancakes and fries. It's a lot of food. It'll be hard to eat all of it. Unless you're stuck here for longer than you expect. Try to figure out why Paige did this. How did she know? You haven't talked to her. Gene's the one who told her you were going to be taking care of the house. You aren't that close with your stepmom or sister. This is probably the nicest thing Paige ever done for you. Maybe she's hoping you'll reach out. Let's give her a call and see what's up. I'm sure we could just ignore it, but I kind of want to give her a call. She probably won't answer. You pull out your cell phone and call her. The phone rings repeatedly. You grab a few fries and shove them in your mouth. When Paige finally picks up, she sounds concerned. Hey, can't believe you called me. I'd ask who died, but he already did. Very funny. One of us needs to be. Oh, burn. Yeah, not in the mood for joking. Okay, I'm sorry. Did you get the food already? Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. Enjoy your extra honey butter. You gave that guy a huge tip. Did I? I didn't realize. Yeah, it was like 50%. I don't think that's that huge of a tip. But I really appreciate tipped employees. Well, I had to call the order in, so maybe I misunderstood how much it was. Once I thought about ordering for you, I think I picked half the menu. Felt almost like an out-of-body experience. Hopefully it's enough food for the week. It should be. Glad to hear. I know I can't be there. It just felt like I had to help. Somehow. I hope it goes well. Let me know if I can do anything else. I will. Thank you. Good luck. So, let's ask about the lockbox. Did you know anything about a lockbox Dad kept in the safety deposit box? Nah, what's in it? I don't know, I can't open it. What kind of lock is it? It's got the whole alphabet around it. Instead of like 1 to 40, it has A to Z. Well, if you can't get it open, why not smash the box? What if something in the box is fragile? Oh, sorry. You couldn't see me, but I rolled my eyes and shrugged. Oh man, yeah, we don't get along at all, do we? Thanks, that's very helpful. Do you know what the combination might be? Try my name, your name, our last name? A unique word? I'll try to figure it out, I guess. I guess I'll ask about the blueprints. Hey, you know anything about the house blueprints? No, why would I? Wait, why do you? They were in the safety deposit box. There's the main floor and the basement, but there's a third page that Gene gave me. You sure he didn't just accidentally give you a wrong page? No, this is definitely for the Hoblate house. Okay, I'm gonna write that down actually. Hoblate. Okay. I won't remember that for sure. Maybe it was an extension he planned? Could have been from when he married your mom. No, the paper was really, really old though. It's almost faded away. Maybe mom would know though. I could ask her. Yeah, that would help. Thanks. Of course. I guess since we're involving the mom, let's ask about her mom. Hey, how's Sandra? She's fine. Guess it's weird when your ex-husband dies. Oh, they would split up? She's not heartbroken. That's good, I think. I mean, could ask me how I'm doing. Sorry, you're right. How are you? Not sure if you know this, but my dad died. Page, please. I gotta go eat this before it gets cold. Sure, of course. I have to be honest, though. Place freaks me out. I don't know how long I'll stay. Well, just do what you can. No one can fault you for not wanting to be there. I know it's not typical for us, but call me anytime. You hang up, noticing your stomach already feels a little better. You should really eat a full meal, though. While you eat, you stare at the lockbox. Do you know the combination now? The rest of the food in the fridge. Not much else you'll be able to get done tonight. Might as well try the box again. I don't think any of these are gonna open the box, but I'd like to try. You stare at the lock, try to force the code to come into your mind. Gotta try something. So we just got a bunch of hints from the game of things to try. However, I think I want to try Catherine, the name that came to our mind of our mother whose name we couldn't remember. Sorry, can't type. You input the combination Catherine. Pull down on the lock and it doesn't open. You're surprised it's not your mom's name. Something in the basement, something in his journals. Just, oh, we only get one shot at it. We can't try multiple things. On the way to the bathroom, walk past the basement door again. It's open, just a small crack. Did you leave it open somehow? No, it was definitely closed before. Let's take a peek downstairs. We got a full belly. Maybe that'll give us a little courage. You push the door open a small amount and look down. It's so dark down there. You should take a step down. If you want to go down, you do need to turn on the lights. You should turn on the lights. Is this like a second voice just in our head? You feel around on the wall until you find the switch. You should flip the switch. You stand in front of the door and flip the switch. The light doesn't turn on. You flip the switch on and off. Nothing happens. You should go down there. Oh, I don't want to go down there. You look down the stairs, but are too scared to take them. Something cold brushes against your arm like a breeze coming up from the basement. You feel like something else here with you. Dot. Why would you talk to nothing? Not really anything down there anyway, except bad memories. When you close the door, you make sure it's completely latched. You wiggle the handle side to side and push on the door, making sure it's definitely closed. You quietly wash your hands and brush your teeth. It's so silent in the house. Almost feels unbearable to make any noise. No one would be bothered if you did, but it still feels wrong. You decide just to go to bed on the couch because you know you can sleep there. Once you're wrapped up in the blanket again, you feel relaxed. Warm, even though the house seems cold and empty. Stick your arm out of the blanket, turn on the TV. The light flickers across the room. Ever since you were young, you had times when you could feel yourself falling asleep. It was as if you can control the beginning of a dream. This really only happened when you were here, you think. Dream thoughts, something in the synapses flashing chaotic. As if you weren't the only one they came from. As if they were real memories. Sliding away into the sounds of the murmurs on TV. Maybe tomorrow you can go down in the basement. Friday the 13th, 11 a.m. We're gonna find out what happens next time. My name is Empty Bottle. Thanks for being here.